Look. I represent the game in a way that can't be challenged, and delegate the comments of hate that can't be managed. I was told once, roll my shoulder like blunts and don't get touched, but my skin tough and thicker than Miss Biz butt. So guess what? I'ma talk my shit and just win once. Throw uppercuts and bone breakers, a needle and haystack with hate makers. I throw mines, don't hide behind my straight right. I show mine and show no the blow by the blow, bro. I blow mines.
You out, sucker.
Of all that, smoking out the window. Smoking out the window with my benzo, up, off. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is. It's Taco Tuesday, baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz The Adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. John Smith. What's going on with you? Cito G. What's going on with you? Oops. All right, man. Look, first, I want to say this. I already know. Y'all losing y'all damn minds. What could ShowBizz The Adult be speaking of? Let me tell y'all what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how Terrence Bud Crawford can knock out Errol the True Spence ugly and early. And that's the black, no sugar. Hit the Tyson bell. That's right. I think that there's a possibility of Terrence Crawford KOing Errol the True Spence early. We don't want that. But what we need to find out first and foremost, okay? Everybody, you got that right. Make sure you go by ShowBizzTheAdult.com. All right, hit the Tyson bell. Go by ShowBizzTheAdult.com. Hit the this wink for the link, right? You guys know that we have a giveaway for the Tyson Fury versus Dillian White fight. So I'm going to let you guys know that on Relevnt. I'm going to let you know what the giveaway is on Twitter. So make sure you follow me on Twitter and follow my vibe on Relevnt. Oh, and before I get started, we do have a message from your friend and mine, Iron Mike Tyson.
Don't miss out on the biggest smoke fest in the history. I'll be in San Francisco on the Hippie Fest on 420, smoking live with the people of Relevnt app. Join me 4 p.m. on Relevnt app under my vibe, Tyson Topic. Download, baby, today.
I told you. Hit the Tyson bell. I told you Relevnt about to blow up, and we are in the forefront of Relevnt. So make sure you go by there. Definitely follow Mike Tyson, 420. Do that for sure. And my vibe on Relevnt, ShowBizz The Adult. Jackie! Okay, so first we got to cover this. We have to cover this. The receipts. Let's see if Errol Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford, if that's even going to happen. Let me see what Kamal has to say. Yo, Biz, miscalculated. I went to the wrong pass. But on the real, you know it should have been a stop in that round 8. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about for, wait, hold on. It should have been stopped. You're talking about Errol Spence. Yeah, it should have been stopped. You're talking about the corner should have thrown in a damn towel. The referee should have stopped it, everything. Yeah, he didn't take, Ugas didn't deserve that much more of a beating. For what? I thought it was disgusting. All right, what else we got? Tacos after Easter, someone's still hungry. You got that right. Hit the Tyson bell. All right, listen. Let's go to the receipts. Is Crawford and Spence, is this fight even going to happen? Here's the receipts. 3 seconds. motherfucker. I cannot wait to continue to drive this point home. Is it next or not?
What's next?
Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps and I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
Would you like to see Errol in the ring against, like, Terrence?
Oh, it's coming up.
He done.
This thing already been, what's up?
Coach, how you?
What about Bud? We ever gonna see it?
Oh, definitely. I'm getting a third belt with Ugas. This is the third belt. It's only one more belt to get. So, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Every belt I got, I done took from somebody.
It's only one more?
It's only one more, and I'm not moving up till I get that fourth belt.
He said this 4 or 5 years ago. He said that I'm gonna clean up my side of the street, and then we'll do whatever we do, whatever.
I'm gonna get these belts over here, then I'm gonna come take Terrence Crawford belt because I said I'm gonna be undisputed welterweight champion of the world. So, like I said, I'm gonna get these belts over here, then I'm gonna come take Terrence Crawford belt because I said I'm gonna be undisputed welterweight champion of the world. So, I'm gonna come take Terrence Crawford belt because I said I'm gonna be undisputed welterweight champion of the world. So,
it's not about you. Think about this. Errol Spence fights Terrence Crawford for the unified championship of the world. How the hell does that sound? Oh, but they have to get one more belt
To be undisputed.
So that's some dumb shit. You fight now. What are you gonna do now? Okay, we gotta go get one more fight. That's stupid. Why would, if that guy's who he say he is and we know who we are, why not fight for the undisputed championship of the world?
I'm willing to let some stuff go just to make the fight happen. I'm willing to let some stuff go just to make the fight happen.
This thing already been,
Huh? I don't know how many times this community had to say it. Errol the True Spence was going to collect all the titles over here on the PBC and then cross the street and fight Terrence Crawford for undisputed. That's the big fight. That's what everyone wants. Why not do it at the end for undisputed? Even Derrick James said, that's stupid. Now, let's add a little bit else. Derrick James, I put in slow motion. He said, yeah, that fight was already, he almost let the cat out the damn bag. It was always the plan. He almost, Derrick James said that fight was already, he almost let the cat out the bag. The only thing that could have been a miscalculation, car accident, torn retina. That's what happens, right? When you're gambling on everything working out perfectly. But either way, it was still the plan. It was always the plan. Let me see. I bet on the 8th round stop. Damn. Would have won 2,000. That's all right, baby. That's all right. Next time. Happened to me. It happened to me. Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie. It happened to me. I hear you. Let me see. James West. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you so much for the super sticker, man. What's up? Let me see. Virgil Ortiz's father goes to my wife's clinic. And she said Virgil has an appointment tomorrow to get a clearance to fight again. Wow. You heard it here first. Thank you so much, Victor. That was beautiful. Victor asked, oh, yes, I wonder. Well, you should have bought before throwing up for the plane. Bud is going to catch him a big fish. Bud by KO. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Let me see. Biz, where the Wiz lying at? Taco Tuesday. Let's celebrate. You ain't lying. What's my problem? And what the hell? What the hell am I waiting for? Everything is working for me. Derrick James almost let the cat out the damn bag. Oh, I want to say this too. If you haven't done it, what's taking you so long? Hit the damn like.
Hit the like. Get those. Get the thumbs up. Hit the like. Get those. Get the thumbs up. Hit the like. Get those. Get the thumbs up. Hit the like. Get those. Get the thumbs up. Hit the like. Get those.
Hit the like. Hit. Now, look, I want to show you this too. How about Errol Spence's shirt? Yeah, that's right. I'm getting this shirt. That's our strap season. Look at the door he's knocking on. You see the other belts. He opened those up. All right. And he murdered everybody else. Look at that. You got the WBC, IBF, WBA. He got the sickle. He done murder everybody else. But look, now it's time for TC. If you guys don't know what TC stands for, that's Terrence Crawford. Look how that's the big fish. Errol the True Spence, strap season, knocking on the door of Terrence Bud Crawford. Hit the Tyson Bale. I just want to put out there that the fight is going to happen. Anyone who says now that the fight isn't going to happen are people who rather the fight not happen so they could just keep talking shit. There are people who are more so into the soap opera and talking than watching fights happen. Yes, those people exist. They like the soap opera. They like talking, but they don't like watching the damn fight. They just like picking a side and arguing with other fanboys. I don't know where that came from, but that's not a boxing fan. All right. So everything is pointing to Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence happening. Now, I understand we'll see. For once in my life, I got someone who loves me. When Errol Spence was doing that, remember that 80, 20, 70, 30. Then you say, oh, I was just playing. Right? I'm trying not to stand up so much. Right? I think that was mostly due to he's tired of people asking. They knew that they weren't going to do anything until the end. So he just starts saying, 80, 20, 70, forget it. Nothing. We'll see. Who knows? But like Derrick James said, that fight was already in the plans. James West Side, ain't nothing but a gangster party. My man, Super Sticker, thank you so much. What else we got? For shits and giggles, Biz, although in amateurs, Ugas beat Bud twice. Does Spence TKO victory over Ugas have any significance on the fight? Yes. Versus Bud, being that Ugas and Spence style is so similar. Yes, very much. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. Now, what we're going to talk about is this. I know you guys have seen the viral video, right? Of the referee saying, stop. Everyone here has seen it. Let me see. These fans like, keep my fighter's name out your mouth. I know many of you guys have seen it. Let me see Charles Baker say, got Josecito lost my money too. Coming out in. That's okay, brother. You win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day. Okay. Now, there have been questions. I heard Teddy Atlas saying that Errol the True Spence was hurt before the stop. How many of you guys believe that? Errol the True Spence was already rocked before the stop. How many of you guys recall that? Do you recall Errol the True Spence being hurt before he lost his mouthpiece? Nah, yes, he was. There you go. Yes. Everybody's saying yes. Yes. So true. Now this goes into no. Heck no. Okay. This goes into the point, the topic here. Yes. This goes into the topic. This goes to the point with Terrence Bud Crawford knocking out Errol the True Spence early. Okay. Let's see if Errol the True Spence was hurt in the first place.
Sean Porter, big right hand. And Spence is hurt. Spence is hurt. Please. Sean Porter, big right hand. And Spence is hurt. I don't know if he was wobbled or off balance or what. Look at this bully. Sean Porter, big right hand. And Spence is hurt. I don't know if he was wobbled or off balance or what.
Huh? Y'all want to see it again? My man said he was pushed. Let me ask you guys. That's the punch everybody's talking about when Errol Spence was rocked. Hit the Tyson Bale. Let's look at it again. Was it a push or was he rocked? Let's look at it one more time.
Sean Porter, big right hand. And Spence is hurt. Spence is hurt. Please. Sean Porter, big right hand. And Spence is hurt. I don't know if he was wobbled or off balance or what. Look at this bully. Sean Porter, big right hand. And Spence is hurt. I don't know if he was wobbled or off balance or what.
Now, you guys see when he came back, he immediately had his faculty to duck a left hand and then rip some shots of his own. If he was that hurt, why was he able to duck the left and rip some shots of his own? Well, let's look at it. Let's break it down. Let's see if that was a push or if he was hurt. Let's break it down. Let's look at it. Look at that. You see that right hand get extended? You see that? Kind of looked like a push. But has it happened again in the fight? Yes. Errol the True Spence responded like that every time he got pushed. He took a big step back. He took that right there. Same exact thing. He took that big step back because he was in a rush to get back in on the inside after getting pushed. And that's what happened. He was pushed back by Yordenis Ugas because Errol Spence was fighting so close. So right there, he pushed off with his right arm, and that just knocked Errol Spence off balance. It was not a punch, my people. It was a push. Ah! Everybody who said it was a punch, can y'all now say he wasn't rocked? It was a push. The only time Errol Spence got rocked was after he didn't protect himself at all times, getting confused by the referee who said, stop, stop. That's the reason why Ugas stopped punching. He heard the ref too. He was like this though. Ah! But he heard him. He heard him. Everything was broke. Ah! Stop. Ugas stopped. Everybody stopped. But then except for the ref. The ref was like, stop, stop. Now keep going. We appreciate you, Biz. Thank you so much. No, we can't. The only way you can't is if you don't like Errol Spence, you're an Ugas fan, or you're a big Terrence Crawford fan. That's the only way you can't. That's the only way you can't, because it's obvious. It is very obvious. So at this point, after me showing the receipts in your face, right to your face, even the commentator said, I don't know if he was off balance, if he was hurt or what, because of the angle you saw him from the back, but he did not hit him. He threw the right hand and barely grazed him, and then he pushed him off. It's right in your face. Now, like I said about the virtual world, you're just going to believe what's in your own mind no matter what, even if the proof is right in your face. At that point, I can't help you. Okay? Let me see. I'm not a hater, but I don't listen to Atlas anymore. He's a pillar to the sport, you know. He's hit and miss, but we all are. Let me see. Gotta stop listening to the announcers and watch the fight close because they def said he was hurt and rocked. Here's the thing. They said that, but then they said, I don't know if he was off balance or what. ShowBizz, the truth seeker. Thank you so much. Replaying slow-mo. Well, let's look at both of them again, and let's listen to what they said. Even they thought he was rocked. Then they said, well, I don't know if he was pushed over.
Shawn Porter, oh, big right hand.
And Spence is hurt.
Spence is hurt. Please. Shawn Porter, oh, big right hand.
And Spence is hurt.
I don't know if he was wobbled or off balance or what. Look at this bully. Shawn Porter, oh, big right hand.
And Spence is hurt.
I don't know if he was wobbled or off balance or what.
You can see that the right hand was already there and he pushed him off. The right hand was on his shoulder and he pushed him off. Let's look at it in slow motion again. Look, the right hand was already there. Then he pushed him with the right hand. If y'all can't see that, then you're just trying not. He did it again on his shoulder, the right hand on his shoulder, and he pushed him off. That right hand lands and he pushed him off. That right hand goes across. It ends up on Errol Spence's right shoulder, and he pushes him back. And Errol Spence, he looked wobbly there again because he was so busy trying to get back into the fight that when he take that step back, his knees bend. Look, it's same thing. That right hand is on the right shoulder of Errol Spence. He pushes him back. Errol Spence tried to stop immediately to go back into the fight. If you can't see that, then you're just trying not to see that. And at that point, then you're just a person that's, you'd rather be crazy. He was off balance. Right? It is what it is. But we can, look, sucker MC. He's a sucker MC. Hey, let's give it to him. Let's give it to him. Look at sucker MC over here. Let's give it.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo because he.
He say, Biz, you fanboy. For who? Because I'm just about to explain how Terrence Crawford knocks out Errol Spence early, you bozo. Hey, give it to the bozo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo because he.
Nobody even know who I'm fanboy for. I'm talking about how that was a push. No, I'm fanboy for the truth. And then look at my thumbnail and look at Busy Beats, the bozo. All right, Biz is definitely going to be a dog fight. Yes, it is. But Bud is too skillful for Spence. We'll see. Spence getting dropped. Let's bet 500, Biz. All love, brother. Shit. You want to bet 500? Let me toss that around a little bit. Okay. Hold on. True Death wasn't a push because he went right back to the body shots. Wasn't a punch. I'm sorry. Right. Because he dunked the left and went right back. He wasn't hurt. All right. Now, look, I want to say, King Juice. Only things I didn't like are Errol's defense all night. We're going to talk about that. King Juice is a smart kid. And being off, grown ass man, being off balance after punching. Brilliant. We're going to talk about that. Flex on him. Keep my wife's name. See, pow. Hit the Tyson bell. Spence, the face of boxing and ESPC. Love you, boy. Hit the like remakes. You know what? We're going to have to hit the like remakes. My man paid that 20 bucks.
Hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, get those.
Now, what up, people? After the Porter fight, you said Terrence Crawford is now the best welterweight, right? After this performance by EJ, has your stance changed at all? Love the show. Yeah. Now I see they're equal, and we wouldn't know who's the best until after Undisputed. I get your point because Errol Spence, he hasn't looked. Now this is the special Errol Spence. When I kept telling people Errol Spence is special, the one that beat the hell out of Floyd Mayweather. This the Spence that beat the hell out of Floyd Mayweather. The one that beat the hell out of Kell Brook. We haven't seen that Spence since Kell Brook. I was trying to tell y'all. I said the one that fought Mikey Garcia, that wasn't Errol Spence, the dehydrated, but the one that had 1 foot in, 1 foot out against Showtime Sean Porter, that was not Errol Spence. It wasn't, not quite. The one against Danny Garcia right after accident, not quite. This, the one that now, the last time you saw Errol Spence, he broke a rib, an orbital bone, and a cheekbone of Kell Brook. Guess what happened to Ugas? Rib, orbital bone, cheekbone. That's when you know it's the same. That's when you know it's Errol Spence. Look at the injuries. Okay? All right. But we do have a message. Trevor. Obviously, you're capping for Ugas. LOL, just playing Biz. It does look like a push, and it's consistent because Ugas pushing Spence until he got stopped. He was doing more pushing than punching after a while. The dude was so hurt. Now, look. Facts. Now, look. We do have a message from your friend and mine, ShowBizz The Gray. Where is he? Oh, there he is. The OG. Oh, Gray.
So, you kids want to ask me, the old man, who'll win between Crawford and Spence, huh? Y'all can't figure it out? Well, let me tell you. If Errol Spence keep lunging with that straight left hand, Terrence Crawford, too sharp, too athletic, he's going to catch Errol the True Spence. He's going to knock him out! He's going to kill him to death inside of 4 rounds. Spence, clean that up, would you?
Huh? And there it is. Bingo, amigo. Errol Spence was lunging in with that left. like a heat-seeking missile, searching for Ugas. Ugas was missing the uppercut. He was missing his counters. Terrence Crawford too sharp for that. If Errol Spence go fishing too much, it is only going to take Terrence Crawford one. Ask Kell Brook. Ask Showtime Sean Porter. It's only going to take one to buzz Spence. And after Spence gets buzzed, Terrence Crawford is probably the best finisher in all of boxing. Why do you think he got, 10 KOs in a row? He's the best finisher in all of boxing. All he needs to do is buzz Errol Spence once. Errol Spence goes searching for that left hand. Errol Spence got to clean that up. He has to clean that up. If he doesn't clean that up, he's going to sleep under 5 rounds. And that's the bottom line, because ShowBizz says so, bro. Let me see. Now is not the time for fear, Biz. And bet that man. We'll see. All the evidence, fanboys still can't believe it. They won't. Where y'all at? Do y'all see what I see? That's what King Juice was talking about. 50-50 fight. Spence forced the inside game, he wins. Crawford forced the outside game, he wins. Awesome fight. Perfect breakdown. I'm gonna go this far. Biz, cut it out. See? Fanboyism. You smoking, Biz. Fanboyism. Who ever just knocked out Kell Brook? Nobody but Terrence Crawford. Whoever stopped Showtime Sean Porter? Nobody but Terrence Crawford. So he has the power to stop Errol Spence. Even when Errol Spence was buzzed after stop, he was buzzed. So his chin isn't made out of this brick wall. If Terrence Crawford can dribble Sean Porter off the canvas twice, if Terrence Crawford can do a half jab, half hook, and knock Kell Brook 15 feet across the ring, he can rock Errol Spence severely. And Errol Spence lunging in with that left is going to give the opportunity for it. Y'all saying stop it, and that's not the way to approach any fight. If you are a real Errol Spence fan, you say, yep, and Errol Spence, please clean that up. So me as a fan can see you win the damn fight. It's not about being a fanboy your way to victory. It's about seeing the issues, seeing the flaws, and getting them corrected. If you're a real true Errol the True Spence fan like myself, you get a platform like this, you see those things, and you get it out there so Spence can correct it. So we can have a fight that can go past 4 or 5 rounds, regardless who wins. Because if you keep doing that, Terrence Crawford is going to sleep his ass. And that's the black 2 sugars without the sugar. Now, y'all can fanboy your way, or you can hope for the best. It's on you. I got worried when I saw your post headline, but I listened first. Good call. Not hurt. It's 50-50. Bud is also a slow starter. Food for thought. That's right. He is a slow starter. Now, I'm going to add something to it. Spence got them eye-catching shots. Yeah. He'll break your orbital bone. If Brook jab was messing Bud face up, which it was, just imagine what Spence would do to his face. And if Spence land a clean left hand, he might break Bud face too. That's right. This is going to be a violent fight. Very violent. Hold on. My guy Biz. Love the grind, my guy. Keep working. Hashtag Spence Crawford. Hagler Hers. Salute. You got that right. Love you, boy. Let me see. Hell of a fight, EJTC. Fight of the year. 100%. It will be. They're dogs. You know that fight is going to be entertaining. It's going to be a chess move, speed chess, and it's going to be a brutal fight. It's going to be brutal. Watch. Spence wins with a jab. Kell Brook show that. I think Derek James saw the same thing because he told Errol after the fight he got to work to do. By the way, yep. Good morning in the family. We'll talk about that because we do have the Twitter fingers to read. Biz, my opinion is fanboyism 14-month off. 100%. Everyone picking a side, just appreciate this fight. 100%. But that's okay. Pick your side. I'm just saying I'm going to be in the one in the middle, kind of showing you how to break it down. Now, you can be so much of a fanboy that you can't see, don't want to analyze those things. Now, hey, look, I'm just going to be in love with my fighter. You could do that, or you can sit there like an alpha, listen to the information, and then do some studying of your own and see who will actually win the fight. Now, we already know who you cheering for, but let's see who actually wins. Honestly, Biz, Victor asked me, oh, yes, I wonder. Well, you should have been before throwing it for the plane. Honestly, Biz, it'll be hard to find someone to beat Bud from 147 to 160. Hell, Bud will stop Triple G at 160. Yeah, this Triple G, he probably would. Let me see. ShowBizz making some great points. Both are my favorites. It's hard for me to pick. Me too. It's great for boxing. Yep. 2 undefeated welterweights for undisputed. 100%. 100%. What else we got? Browns LLC, best part of your name. Well, Biz, what is the flaw Crawford needs to watch out for going up against Spence? I'll tell you in a minute. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'll tell you in a minute. Love both guys scared now because it's going down. 100%. Let me tell you. Spence, number one. Kell Brook, like my man said, had a thudding jab on Terrence Crawford. And when I do the fight breakdown, once the fight is announced, I'm going to say these same things. And I'm going to show you guys. But we can do it now. Kell Brook was successful with the jab on Terrence Crawford, busting him up only after 3 rounds. Do you guys remember, was it Jose Benavidez? Jose Benavidez was jabbing the hell out of Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford is susceptible to an educated jab, which Errol the True Spence got. Number 2, Terrence Bud Crawford on the inside gets caught. What you love about the blessing and the curse of Terrence Bud Crawford is this. He'll trade with you. That's the blessing. Also the curse. Because he'll get rocked the same way. Mean Machine dropped his ass. They said it wasn't a drop, but it was. Gamboa rocked his ass. I've seen many fighters catch him flush on the inside, which is why I thought Showtime Sean Porter had a hell of a chance. Speaking of Showtime Sean Porter was boxing Terrence Crawford, and the fight was close. Terrence Crawford starts very slow. Errol Spence, he builds up. Snowball effect. Errol Spence starts real nice, and he only gets better. If Errol Spence are taking the early rounds, when Terrence Crawford revs up, Errol Spence is going to rev up. That's what makes this fight great. Because Errol Spence only gets better and better. He gets in his bag. And if Errol Spence forces the issue, which he will, because Errol Spence will get outboxed by Terrence Crawford on the outside. But that jab is going to nullify a lot of things and bring things into balance. Once he jab his way back into the inside, Errol Spence is going to get busy way better than Terrence Crawford. Because Errol Spence punched way too thudding and too hard. He got that shavers. He'll break you down from waist up. It doesn't matter. If you can hit elbow, shoulder, waist, stomach, cheekbone, forehead, I don't give a damn. Hairline, it's going to hurt. Terrence Crawford, though, he has that whipping, one-shot accurate power like Deontay Wilder. I was telling you guys, there's a difference. That accurate punch you don't see. So he still has an opportunity when Errol Spence is going in, lunging in, and trying to really brutalize him. Terrence Crawford can take an athletic step back, whoop, bam, and hurt Errol Spence. I'll tell you this. What I know for sure is that both fighters will be hurt that fight. Errol Spence will be rocked that fight. His heart is of a champion. When, like I said, chins are mostly mental. His heart is of a champion. It's going to be hard to put him away. But he's definitely going to rock him. Here's the thing, though. Errol Spence, he doesn't rock you like that. He beats the hell out you. Terrence Crawford is going to be broken up. We're talking about a violent fight, not just a good one. Remember how good Jermaine Taylor versus Winky Wright was? Not just a good fight. I'm talking about a brutal fight. They both got dog in them. And this fight's been built up so much. Thank goodness Errol the True Spence had this Ugas fight. Because if he was trying to get the rust off like everybody wanted him to do, just jump in against Terrence Crawford, which would have been a dumb move. If he was trying to get the rust off against Terrence Crawford, he would be asleep inside of 5 rounds. You can bet your sweet ass on that. Him lunging in the way he was doing against Ugas, he'd be inside of 5 rounds. And nobody wants that. They want the best Errol Spence versus the best Terrence Crawford. The question is, should Terrence Crawford get a fight in before November? I say no. I say no. The reason why I say no is Terrence Crawford is in his bag. He's a great fighter already. He's one of those fighters that don't need warm-ups. Errol the True Spence, apparently, same way. So, they good. They good. They good. Let me see. Flex on him. See, pow. Skills pay the bills, but by unanimous decision. Here's the problem, Ryan. Thanks for the super chat. The problem is this. For some reason, people don't recognize Errol the True Spence got crazy skills. I don't know what the hell. Because he's not as dynamic with his style doesn't mean his skills aren't A+. It's like saying Hagler doesn't have skills. Hagler, he wasn't dynamic, but his skills were, mwah. We love you, boy. Forward, back, side to side a little bit, bam, bam, bam. He knew what he had, and he utilized them at top. Like when people say Roy Jones was all athleticism, no skill, you need to watch his damn fights. His skills were perfect for what his body was giving him. Errol Spence, you want to talk about utilizing what you've been given and maximizing it. Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford, they both do that A+. 2 A+ fighters. That's what makes this fight such the biggest fight in the world. Need the Spence from Mikey Garcia fight to take out Bud. No, I don't need that Spence whatsoever. I need the Spence against Ugas and Kell Brook to break that man down. If Spence caught himself trying to box with Bud the way he was doing Mikey Garcia from the outside, please. We need Terrence Crawford hurt. We need his bones crackling, fractured, and shifting. That's the only way. Because if that boy ain't feeling no pain, he's going to be confident in throwing his. And when Terrence Crawford throws his from the shoulders and they're looking nice, I asked Showtime Sean Porter what happened. So, no. Now, Derek James did say this, though. Yeah, he knocked out some guys. But who has he knocked out? In the welterweight division. Though Terrence Crawford has caught up a bit to Errol the True Spence when it comes to welterweight resume. Errol Spence still got the crazier resume at welterweight. Let me see. Once Errol Spence and TC get momentum, both are hard to stop. 100%. 100%. Let me see what else we got. I think I see. Dang, there was a lot of chat. Let me see. I'm concerned about footwork as well. Sean Porter was spinning Spence with ease, and Bud is a way better athlete. I'm still taking Spence, though. That wasn't Spence against Sean Porter. That wasn't quite Spence against Sean Porter. But that's okay, though, even if you take that into consideration. All right? Getting spent. That's the best way to beat Spence, though. You got to spin him here, spin him there. Absolutely. Because you don't want to be in his line of sight. He's a train. All right? But I do think that Errol Spence isn't a club. He doesn't have club feet. He has good feet. I think there's a huge misunderstanding of Errol Spence, the way he approaches a fight and how skillful Spence is. Two different things. A lot of times, Errol Spence with Ugas, I heard him. I felt him hurt. Now let me capitalize on it. Let me do it. Bam! I heard him. Spence is a fighter. He's a boxer, but a fighter. I heard him. Now let me capitalize on it. He pushed me back, step forward. He doesn't waste time. Bam, bam, boom, boom, break you down. Because he doesn't have the one-punch knockout power. He's like Hagler. So I heard him. I heard him go, oof. Okay, so let me just go forward. But that doesn't mean that he can't box. You see him against Lamont Peterson? That doesn't mean he can't go side to side. He just know what, okay, for this mission, I need a hammer. I need a bazooka. I'm not going to bring a knife. I'm not going to bring a Uzi. I need a club for this one. So let me put the Uzi and shit down. It doesn't mean he doesn't have those weapons. But I need a club for this one. That's what you have to appreciate when it comes to great fighters. Let me see. Hit the like. Everybody, please hit the like. And that's the black, no sugar. Buzz, stay in shape. What else we got? Has a champion ever been undisputed in 3 division? Well, Henry Armstrong, you mean a 4-belt era? No. But Errol Spence makes a great point when he says he went and he took the belts from each fighter. Not too many people are doing that. Sometimes they get 2 belts in one, right? He took each belt from each fighter. Sometimes it's a vacant title, like Bubu Andrade. Errol Spence has taken the belt from a champion every time. That's why when I bring up Canelo Alvarez and how Canelo Alvarez is getting better and better because he keeps fighting champions and he's staying busy. Errol Spence, his last couple fights, they've all been champions. He's so comfortable in the mega fight now, but he needs that. He needs that to go up against Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford been undisputed before. He's been there. Not Errol Spence. Terrence Crawford, ring IQ is superb. I think both of them are. The type of fighter that doesn't need a trainer, coach, or fight night. Similar to Mayweather's ring. I hear what you're saying. Terrence Crawford, he's just blessed. He's blessed. A lot of the stuff he got, you can't teach. Derek will throw in the towel. Facts. Throw in the damn towel. My man said facts. He has no idea, right? Spence versus Ugas. Brooke and Peterson will destroy Bud. Keep grinding. I don't know if he will destroy Bud, bro. It all depends, bro. It really, this fight, here's the answer. We don't know. That's why it's such a big fight. We don't know. But y'all keep choosing your sides because it's actually beautiful. Actually, it is. So I'm going to feed you guys to choose your side. Where's Team Crawford? Say Crawford. Where's Spence? Say Spence. And we're just going to feud in the war room for the next couple of months. How you feel about that? Might as well. Join me on Relevnt. Team Crawford versus Team Spence. Let it be known then. From this point forward, let it be known then. Let it be known. Errol needs to go to the body. Facts. Try to take his legs away. Facts. Let me see. What do you think of Jaron Enos? Great. I think he's probably better than both of them. Yeah, I said it. But we'll see. But I mean, he just shit. I'm very impressed. But you do see him get caught, right? Sully and Nate and Boxing Fan 101, we were over on Relevnt, and they were like, hey, look, Boots got rocked against Delorme right before he knocked Delorme out. I saw it. He got rocked with the right hand. Then I just started looking at Boots. He's open in the inside, but that's because he's busy trying to knock you out. A fighter like that, that's throwback. That's Sugar Ray Robinson. We got so caught up in Floyd Mayweather, tap, pop, which is beautiful. But Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Robinson, Ezra Charles, those guys who will box and then let their hands go, brutalize you, break you off. Aaron Pryor, Alexis Arguello, Salvador Sanchez. Now we're talking. What else we got? Be a salute. Do you mind the Bud versus Josh Taylor fight before the Spence versus Bud undisputed bout? I do mind. But I get it. I definitely watch it. I'll tune in and watch the hell out of that. But I do mind. For what? They're already building this fight up. Everything leads up to this. They're building the hell out of this fight. Terrence Crawford is getting no younger. Right? Right now, let's go to the Twitter fingers. Let me read some more of your super chats, and then we're gonna go to the Twitter fingers. Let me see. Have I missed any super chats? Oh yeah. Jeez Louise. There's a lot of super chats. Hold on. Crawford, Spence, Errol Spence, Bud. Let it be known then. Team, I don't know. I know this is off subject, but I'm planning a fight party for the Fury White fight. What time are you thinking the main event will start? Thanks. That's in the afternoon for 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern. Something like that. Let me see. Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford will be the super fight De La Hoya versus should have been. And really, De La Hoya was whooping that ass. But wasn't. Expectations will probably be met. maybe exceed it. I think it will. I think it would exceed expectations. It's going to be more of a fight than people know. Most fighters were flat-footed or come forward boxers. Crawford has the defensive ability to spin, evade, and clinch to frustrate him. Most fighters were flat-footed. Well, no fighter was Crawford. No fighter was Crawford. Not one fighter Crawford fought was Spence. And that's why we want to see this fight. How do you think Crawford will deal with the body punches in the later round? He'll be broken up like everybody else. Dude, look, let me tell you. Honestly, let's do it like this. Let's do it like let's be real. Let's be real. Both of those guys is Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees. They're both evil as hell. All right? They both will punch the hell out you. They just do it in two separate ways. And to be quite honest, I got to use data, measurable, tangible data, when looking at this fight. If Terrence Crawford hits Errol Spence, which he will, with good counter punches, he's going to buzz him and may just drop him. It is what it is. It is. That's all Terrence Crawford has done to every welterweight. It is what it is. Soon as he turn that head backwards, like over the top, and switch to southpaw, he's going to catch his ass. Now, Errol Spence is a southpaw too, so let's keep that in mind. But I'm just saying, he's going to buzz him like he does. All right? But if the fight continues on into the later rounds, Errol Spence is going to be laboring a broken rib or some shit. It is what it is. If the fight goes on, how many of you guys read comic books? Captain America versus Wolverine. Errol Spence is Wolverine. Terrence Crawford is Captain America. If the fight is short, Captain America wins. Just too nice with his. But as it goes on, every claw scratch, every time Captain America start bleeding out, he's getting tired and tired. The durability of Wolverine, the viciousness of Wolverine. Eventually, he's going to bleed out. So if Terrence Crawford going to start slow, the middle rounds is where you better focus, because that's when Terrence Crawford got the opportunity to drop Errol Spence maybe multiple times, buzz him, or even TK on. But if Errol Spence gets past the middle rounds, game over, because that means Terrence Crawford's been broken off. That's the only way. If that fight goes to 9, 10, 11, 12, that means Terrence Crawford has been getting broken off from 9 to 12, bro. That's the only way the fight lasts. Terrence Crawford been knocking it all welterweights out. If Errol Spence is still standing, that's because Terrence Crawford has lost some pop. He's lost some maneuvering ability. Why? That rib is hurting, or he's busy covering his face because his cheekbones cracked or some shit like that. That's it. Early Terrence Crawford, late Spence. It's just basic math. Not to let everything out the bag, but there's 1,300 people in here, so I might as well tell all you guys now. I might as well tell all you now. It is what it is. I done ruined my next couple videos. Fine. I just told you all now. Let me see. With how Spence was reacting to Ugas body shots, I could see Bud breaking down Spence to the body too. If Errol makes it rough, Bud's getting rough too. Exactly. But when Bud gets rough, he's open. See, this is crazy. Because Terrence Crawford throws accurate and fast punches even when he's not trying. He ain't got it. His muscle memory is so good. Boop, his hand-eye coordination, it just comes out great. Errol Spence could be coming in and looking good and have Terrence hurt. And Terrence could step back, bam, and rocking. And during Spence's best opportunity. Because just from the shoulders, he's just too nice. He's too nice. It's too natural. This is a hard fight to call. Wagwan, Biz, me hope the judges don't make it a tie. Yeah, I want a winner. Yeah, give me a winner. Give me a winner. Y'all figure it out. Figure it out and give me a winner. Let me see. Bro, I'm a Spence fan, but when Buzz saw he was down in the 9th round against Porter and was like, I'm down, yep, then came out and dropped Porter, I was like, okay, yeah, he a dog. Yeah, that guy's ridiculous. He's a junkyard dog. He's a junkyard dog. You got that right. The fact that he could just turn it up. And that's what I'm saying. When the fight get heightened and they're swinging, Terrence Crawford can catch Spence on accident. When they're swinging and Errol Spence is coming, bam, boom, 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 and rip it, and then Terrence Crawford starts swinging, man, bam, it could be one. It could be one off of just the natural instincts of Terrence Crawford. Just his, it could be one. That's, dude, if it goes past a certain round, like maybe the 9th, his stuff ain't coming out like it was. And Errol Spence is hurting him. Period. Period, bro. At least that's how I see it. You guys ready for Twitter fingers? Because we're past the time. But if y'all ready for Twitter fingers, let's do the Twitter fingers right now.
Twitter fingers.
Twitter fingers.
Let me see. I'm about to read the Twitter fingers, but let me see. Let's remember Buzz slowed Porter down with a body shot. Sure did. He goes to the body as well as anybody. Now as well as Spence, but he goes to Spence is probably the body snatcher of all the boxing. Him and Canelo. All right. So let me see. We know this. Terrence Crawford, he said to Errol Spence, keep my belts warm. I'll be coming to grab them later this year. He also said, congratulations. Great fight. Now the real fight happens. No more talk. No more side of the street. Let's go. Errol Spence said, say less. Errol Spence said, most boxers don't become undisputed like me. Every belt I took from a champion. We spoke about that. Oscar De La Hoya said, imagine if Al Heyman lets Errol Spence fight Virgil Ortiz and I stage it at Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Yeah, that'd be huge. Or Vegas. Errol Spence said, imagine if I said no. I only have interest in one fight, and he's not with you. Great. Errol Spence is letting it be known. I'm only interested in Terrence Crawford. And this is the one. Errol Spence says, 17 months out the ring. I did okay, but I'll be a lot better next time. Exactly. Exactly. He did okay. He did okay. Though he looked amazing, he did okay. Because of what Old Gray said. Let's listen to Old Gray again. And let's look at what Old Gray is actually saying.
So, you kids want to ask me, the old man, who'll win between Crawford and Spence, huh? Y'all can't figure it out? Well, let me tell you. If Errol Spence keep lunging with that straight left hand, Terrence Crawford, too sharp, too athletic, he's going to catch Errol to choose Spence. He's going to knock him out! He's going to kill him to death inside of 4 rounds. Spence, clean that up, would you?
Instead of fanboying, hope that he cleans it up. All right. Let me see. So what's going to happen for the first 4 rounds? Crawford pot shot compared to Spence output. Spence has a better chin. Does Spence have I don't know if he has a better chin. I think they're about, I don't know. Because I've seen Spence wobble. When he's caught, he's wobbled. I saw him wobble twice. But Danny Garcia hit him clean and he did this. So, and that was after accident. Shit, I gotta look at it. Let me look at it. What I think is the first 3 rounds goes to Errol Spence. Terrence Crawford starts too slow, and Errol Spence is too good. Around from 4 to 8, it's going to be a danger zone for Spence. If Spence comes out of it, if he, because I think he's going to be rocked somewhere around then. If Spence survives it, he survived it all because of what he's been doing to Crawford. If he survives it, it's not because he just weathered the storm. He would only survive it due to breaking Crawford off with little shots or big shots while Crawford is landing on him. If he survives it, that means that he's broken Terrence Crawford off. And from 9 on, Crawford can take a knee. Pissing blood and taking a knee. Crawford's face, no matter what, Crawford's face isn't going to be the same. And this is going to be probably a 2-3 fight deal. This is the sad thing. These are the type of fights that changes things forever. Alexis Arguello, Aaron Pryor. I know it's terrible to say, right? Meldrick Taylor, Chavez. These are the type of fights where they're going to give so much to each other and take so much from each other that coming out of it, one of them may not be exactly the same. One of them may just lose a little something. Holyfield, Riddick Bowe. I hope you guys take that into consideration. One of them may just lose a little something. Keep that in mind. But that's what these wars are all about. Right? Ugas showed clearly Spence can't handle too many counter shots. He got hurt more than once. Bud is too tech for an okay Spence. Look, nobody can take too many counter shots. Okay? But Spence was trying to impose his will so much he was getting caught. But he can still do that, but just don't do it as dangerously as he was doing it. Don't forget, Ugas is a fantastic fighter. Ugas isn't an okay fighter. If that was an okay Spence and he broke the cheekbone, eye, orbital bone, and rib of a fantastic Ugas, that's saying a lot. Look, it is very difficult to see who's going to win this fight. Gotta disagree, Biz. They had Porter up before the stoppage and Buzz stopped him late. Both get amped up when they get embarrassed. This is great. I think I said that. I said Buzz starts slow and then he revs up. But when he revs, but during the time that Bud revs up, Errol Spence is always revving up. So they're going to rev up. I said, so I don't think you're disagreeing with me. I think we actually agree. You just don't realize what I said. Let me see. This will be a great fight, but Crawford is a special fighter. Both of them are. Crawford by KO in a 10th. They both are special. Special different, but special. Special different, but special. Right? One shows a little bit more athleticism, hand-eye coordination, dynamic with the angles. Errol Spence is like a rock. That's why Jay Cooley say sewer water is rock versus water. And most of the time, water beats rock, as Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hagler, which I think Hagler was robbed. But many times, well, not robbed, I think Hagler deserved a nod. But many times, water beats rock. But sometimes, Chavez, Meldrick Taylor. Right? Sometimes, rock wins. Sometimes, rock wins. It's going to be water and rock. And because water is more dynamic, it doesn't mean that he's a more skillful fighter than rock. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. The weight on off season seems to be EJ's problem. For how long has it been his problem? When he wasn't focused? We already discussed that. Errol the True Spence was in shape for this Ugas fight. He was under the weight limit. He meet the weight limit by a mile. 146. He got the new nutritionist, and he's strong at 146. I'm not sure if you're going to judge Errol the True Spence off of what he really is, or are you just going to try to shape your narrative to make Errol Spence look like the beta in the situation? Like I said, it depends on what team you're on. But somebody who's unbiased like me right in the middle, I don't see issues either way. It's just on, bro, with two top fighters. It is just on. Daryl, I know one thing. As soon as they announce the venue, I'm buying tickets. Ring the bell. You got that right. You got that right. Look, this is one of those moments. Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns. Going into that fight, the fans had no idea. Going into that fight, the fans had no idea. None. You knew that Sugar Ray Leonard was special, gold medalist coming out the Olympics doing his thing, but you saw him lose against Duran, right? You saw him lose against Duran. Duran is one of the greatest fighters of all time, but you saw that he can lose. Then you see Tommy Hearns putting everybody to sleep and outboxing most of them. When that fight, before that fight started, my brothers, my mom, everybody who, I wasn't born yet, right? I don't think I was. Oh yeah, I was, but I was a baby. Before that fight, no one knew. No one knew who was going to win that. No one knew. And how that fight went, you're blowing it, kid. You're blowing it. Hearns was outboxing his ass. Hearns was outboxing him. Sugar Ray Leonard had to take the fight to Hearns. Now, the question is, water can penetrate rock, but you get enough rocks, you can build a dam to stop water. So we got to see. This is water versus rock. We got to see. Let me see. This man broke 2 fighters' orbital bones. I like Boots, but in his latest interview, he looked different and asked about Spence. All I'm saying is I still like Boots. Yeah, 100. Biz, you going to the fight? I don't know. It all depends. If I can get a table at the fight and call the fight, because that's where my talent lies. So if I can call the fight from there and if I can talk to them, whatever stadium they're at, and we can get that figured out and have a table, let's do it. Love your content, ShowBizz. You nice. Thank you so much, brother. Team Spence. My man said Beaver. Yeah. It all depends on the Beavers, right? The trainers. Let me see. Good morning, ShowBizz. I think they are more of Sugar Ray and Hagler reborn. What you think? Yeah. It's just the moment with Sugar Ray and Hagler was different. If you're talking about comparing the fighters, yeah. The moment Sugar Ray Leonard was gone for like 5 years. He never fought at middleweight, came back. They were like, you must be crazy. Hagler's going to beat the hell out you. Right? Hagler already knocked out Hearns. It was like Hagler's going to beat the hell out you. And then, to everyone's surprise, Sugar Ray was in his bag without a tune-up. Gone for 5 years. Only had that one fight. What's his name? Kevin Howard? Something like that. Ended up dropping Sugar Ray Leonard when he had the curl. And they were like, yeah, he's done. That's the last time you saw him. He had one fight in 5 years. Came back, never fought at middleweight, fought Hagler. They said, you about to get your ass whipped. But with Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard, the build-up, they had no idea. But you want to talk about fight styles? Yeah, it's closer. It's closer. Spence versus Terrence Crawford is closer to Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. Spence versus Crawford winner, where at on pound for pound? Number one. In order for Canelo to, because I got Usyk at number 1. I personally have Usyk at number 1. Look, there are either Usyk's number 1. I can understand you got Usyk 1, Canelo 1, or Terrence Crawford 1. If you want to say Amanda Serrano or something like that, okay. But for me, number 1 best fighter in the world, I can understand if one of you say Usyk, Canelo, or Crawford. I can understand that. So with that said, if Crawford beats Spence and become a 2-time undisputed, right, fighter, and look at who he beat, another guy on a pound for pound list, that's number 1. If Errol the True Spence become undisputed, look at how he did it, and then fight top 3, if not the best pound for pound fighter in the world, he's number 1. He's number 1. I don't think there's a fighter that Canelo can fight except for Better BF to be undisputed. That would kind of match that, because Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, I mean, those are the top guys. Usyk would have to beat Tyson Fury. It's just who they beat. Shout out to EJ for having a vision and sticking to it no matter the noise. He built this fight to be 10 times what it would have been 5 years ago. But exactly, these guys know what's better than we do. See, like I said, we're kids. I want to fight now. Ah! When you know it doesn't make sense. They're ducking. You've been played. You've been played. They knew the whole time. Derrick James was like, it was already... They knew the whole time that the fight was going to be for undisputed. And then you were told, Errol Spence, I'm going to collect all the belts and then fight. No, he's ducking. Terrence Crawford's ducking. Oh, brother, it was already in the cards. They're telling you. Chill. And in the meantime, if you like boxing, you saw some good shit. Errol Spence versus Ugas. Ugas versus Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence versus Danny Swift Garcia. Terrence Bud Crawford versus Kell Brook. Terrence Crawford versus Showtime Sean Porter. We saw some good stuff. Now, at the end, it makes all the sense in the world. See, if you would have had Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford before Sean Porter, now he's beaten Sean Porter. Do you understand? He's beaten Kell Brook. He's beaten two guys that he shares with Errol Spence. Do you know how much bigger and better and smarter that is? If you leave it up to the fans, but they know how much bigger, better, and smarter that is. Errol Spence done fought Danny Garcia, done beat Ugas. There's nobody left. Now it's just them two. Nobody's left. What, Keith one time Thurman? He beat himself. Nobody's left. Nobody's left. Manny Pacquiao beat, right? And Ugas beat Manny Pacquiao. Nobody's left. Now this is when you do it. Buzz's resume is pretty weak. How is he favored? That comment was dumb. Ugas was on the morning after pill. After Spence. Oh, Lord. Yeah. What else we got? Did Oscar Valdez really test positive for drugs? Yes, he did. He did, bro. He did. But it was a drug that WADA was good with, but not VADA. It wasn't on WADA's ban list. Everything is on VADA's ban list. And since they were fighting on the Native American reservation, right? Where was that? In Arizona? That commission takes WADA and not VADA. So because WADA, it was not on their ban list, Oscar Valdez was able to fight and defend his title. But did he flunk? Did he fail for? Yes. Salute, ShowBizz. What happens when Bud hits EJ with his best shot and EJ keeps coming like Chavez versus Taylor? What happens if Errol Spence throws his best shots at Terrence Crawford and Terrence Crawford laughs at it and then rocks Errol Spence? I mean, we could say a lot of what happens, but what happens if, Buzz, Terrence Crawford can't, Errol Spence can't even hit Terrence Crawford. And he just, boop, boop, looking at the fans doing this here. I mean, we could do a lot of what ifs, right? What else we got? Canelo versus Spence. Brother, please, you're going too fast. Why do people put Crawford pound for pound before Spence, even though Spence has 4 fighters are better than Crawford? Respect you're on this. Undisputed. Errol Spence isn't undisputed. Terrence Crawford undisputed in the 4-belt era and then moved up, became WBO champion, and then knocked out every welterweight, including Kell Brook and Showtime Sean Porter. So that's enough. That's enough. I get it. That's enough. And then it's what have you done for me lately? Spence been gone for like 3 years. He only had like 1 fight in 3 years. So while he was gone, you can't really say that he's above Terrence Crawford, right? He was gone. He was gone for 17 months and 16 months. He was gone. Let me see what else. Spence versus Bud. Love a 50-50 fight, except for betting. Right. All of us fans win. Yep. Great show. Thank you so much, Will. Thank you so much. Voila. Let me see. What else? I got to go in a minute, though. I'll predict a trilogy. And I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Okay. I predicted a trilogy. Okay. Well, I have two things to say. One, a trilogy, like I said, I think would take something out of one of those fighters. I think it would. I think a trilogy, you saw Deontay Wilder, right? I think a trilogy would take something out of those fighters, right? Another thing, after this, one of them, if not both, are going to move up. All right. One of them will have to look at a Fundora or a Jermell Charlo. That's going to be crazy. Let me see. Should Thurman fight Ortiz on the undercard? Yeah, either Ortiz or Boots. I told you guys when Thurman when Thurman took on, when Keith one time, when he took on Mario Barrios, I said, oh, that's food for Boots. I think Boots, he signed a little deal to the PBC, right? Let me see. $5 for Spence. Truly pulled a Thanos. He did. Spence said, you got to tip your hat to Spence. Thank you so much, William Manning. Hit the Tyson bell. Let me see. Flex on him. Keep my wife's name. Sip. Pow. I wrote it here. Y'all just live here. Let me see. Bud is special for wanting to fight Spence. I got Spence 11-round TKO. I don't think Spence will swing as wild against Bud, or it's Spence knows Bud's different. That's another thing. He knew that Ugas didn't have the power, right, to really hurt him. So he took more chances, and that's what you should do. Bud will come in at his best, and so will Spence. Bud might start early. He might. Good points. All good points. Tank versus Pitbull 2. Look at this. You Biz, you're a crazy mofo. Yeah, but Ryan Garcia, he still wants that cruise work. All right. So thank you guys for showing up and showing out. I do have to go. I have to pick up my kid, Knox in the Box. Make sure you guys share, like. If you haven't liked the channel, please, everybody, hit the like. I know you guys probably had a good time. If you had a good time, hit the like and let me know that you had a good time. Let YouTube know so they can keep pushing this community in the forefront. Also, subscribe to my channel. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button. I think this community is really growing and has gained a lot of respect. Also, if you haven't, go over to Relevnt. After this, the link is in the description box. Iron Mike Tyson 420. Here's the commercial.
Don't miss out on the biggest smoke fest in the history. I'll be in San Francisco on the Hippie Fest on 420, smoking live with the people of Relevnt app. Join me 4 p.m. on Relevnt app under my vibe, Tyson Topic. Download, baby, today.
Huh? So join Relevnt. The link is in the description box. Relevnt is going to be doing some crazy things. ShowBizz The Adult. This week, we're going to be talking a lot of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, but we definitely got to talk a whole bunch of Tyson Gypsy King Fury versus Dillian White, and I will be letting you guys know what the giveaway is. I'm out. Huh. Perfect Taco Tuesday.